The meme war? The meme war is among us.
Yeah.
So what brings you out here today?
Obviously, fucking marching for our lives.
Nice.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
YouTube
sweet.
doesn't censor language yet. I don't know. Yeah, but we'll see. Hello, this is Michael McGovern reporting for umduhpodcast. I am out for the inaugural episode here in beautiful San Diego of Fake Mustache, Real Talk. We're out here to find out why these people are marching for their lives here on March 24th, 2018. Let's go talk to some people, figure out why they're out here.
I don't know what I've been told. Gun violence is getting old. Gun violence is getting old.
Do you want to talk about your sign?
Talk about it?
Yeah.
I'm just tired of the NRA.
Tired of the NRA? All right. What does your sign say? 18th century. Do you want to talk about it?
No, thank you.
All right. Do you want to talk about your sign? 70% Americans want assault on a ban on assault weapons. Okay. What do you consider to be an assault weapon?
Those MR16s or whatever those big ones are.
The AR-15s?
The ones that shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't want the fully automatic weapons.
Fully automatic, correct.
Okay. What about semi-automatic?
How do they shoot?
One trigger pull, one bullet.
Why do you need one of those? Why do you need any of that?
We need change, and we need it now, and we need to do something about it, because thoughts and prayers aren't going to do it.
There's a mustache festival today too, right?
What? Really?
There's a mustache
Oh, I think so. It's at the. Just get to the end. It's down there. Yeah. So what brings you out here today?
I've been protesting since I was a teenager, so I really identify with the kids who are at the forefront of this movement.
Okay.
I own an AR-15. Grew up with guns in the military family my whole life.
Okay.
But I'm all for common sense reform. There are things that need to change.
Okay. Well, what do you like to see changed?
I mean, there's some really common middle ground we can find. I mean, mandating that you have to keep your firearms in a safe. A lot of kids get their parents' firearms. Training, that'll be a big issue. I mean, how many families a child accidentally shoots himself with his siblings.
Yeah.
Magazine capacity limits. There are things that don't actually ban a gun, but would make it harder for these things to happen. And I own guns, and I'm okay with that happening.
Someone just asked me if I'm a YouTuber, and I said I mentioned umduhpodcast. They said they've heard of that, so we're spreading like wildfire. Are you an active service member?
I was.
You were.
Yeah, not anymore.
Okay. What does that mean to you? Gun reform.
I was given multiple weapons in Afghanistan that are legal.
Which weapons? Which ones?
I had a AR-16 and I had a saw, M249, and the saw might not be legal, but the M249 definitely was and is here, and
the M249
things that we were able to use that for and why they gave it to us isn't the same that civilians need it here, so it doesn't make sense that it's legal like that.
The only thing that can stand up to a tyrannical government is voting.
Voting. Okay.
Is our democracy.
Now,
if we want to have a true democracy, this is another thing that I believe in after being an activist for so many years. Voting should be required.
So
voting should be required.
Okay. So now, if it's a tyrannical government, wouldn't they be ignoring votes?
No. If they get to that point, but with the system that we have,
so what happens at that point
then? There has to be a full-on revolution.
Now, what if the citizens don't have the guns necessary for that?
You know what? I think that it's reasonable for people to own guns that shoot maybe one bullet.
One bullet?
A handgun or a long rifle mountain.
Okay.
You know, the other thing with assault weapons, they fire bullets that explode inside people. Do you realize what that does to people? Talk to an emergency room surgeon sometime.
Yeah.
You can't fix people after something explodes inside them. What's the point of a gun like that?
Right.
Can you tell me?
What guns should be allowed for people to own?
I think
Rifles, hunting rifles.
a hunting rifle or an individual, handgun, for someone to protect them and their family or whatever. I understand that, but again, they need to have training.
Well, the last thing I'll say is that
They need to have training.
Is that FBI statistics say that 80% of all homicides are handguns.
That's right.
No, that is true. But that's why they have to have training.
You know, most homicides, over 80%, are handguns. So why do you think it is that people are so focused on the rifles?
Probably because of the capacity for just death toll. And if any of you have shot a handgun before, if any myself, they're much harder to handle and control than a rifle. So honestly,
oh yeah.
Just like the President.
Well, so you would want to get rid of the rifles that have the big bullets.
Let's start really with something simple. Let's get rid of assault weapons.
Assault weapons.
Let's not say we can't do anything. Let's start with something simple like that.
What if I told you that 80% of all homicides are handguns?
Let's look at that. Let's look at legislating handguns better.
So what brings you out here today?
What brings me out here? I am a student who's always advocating for change. I'm always trying to make a difference in my world. And specifically the issue of gun violence really, really hits home for me.
We should change our laws to fit the times.
Okay, what should they change them to?
Definitely background checks. I think that's the most important thing. The fact that people my age can go to a gun expo and buy a gun, that's outrageous.
You're 18, so you're 18?
I'm 17.
Okay.
18 in a month, so.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about your signs? Do you want to talk about it?
Well, so you only have the right to defend if, you know, I mean, honestly, I can't say anything about that.
Right.
But I would.
Well, if you wanted to ban assault weapons, what would that look like?
So nothing like AK-47s or AR-15s. Those are not defense.
What if I told you that 80% of all homicides are handguns, not rifles?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You know, it's not like we're trying to banish anything. It's just trying to make the schools a safer place. Just trying to make it a little bit harder for someone to get some assault rifles and everything like that.
Okay.
So, not trying to ban anything, not trying to take the guns away, just make it a little bit harder.
Love the staff.
Thank you.
We have the Second Amendment. We don't need the NRA. It's the marketing tool.
Okay. There's life. Okay, we got a lot of signs here. What do we got? It's a lot of references to uteruses.
We want to love our students, not our guns. Guns are materialistic. What's more important is lives. Lives matter. Lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
Okay, I'm gonna go try to talk to the organizer of the event. Excuse me, Mohammed? Hi, I'm Michael.
I like your mustache.
Thank you. I'm an independent journalist. I was wondering if you would want to do a quick interview.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. Now, what are you hoping to accomplish with the March for Our Lives?
So the march, like I said before, is a student movement. It is led by students, it is for students, and it's for everybody, but led by students. And we want to make sure that we really amplify and uplift the student voices. The reason why we wanted this to be a student movement is, like we said, politicians have been in power for a long time. Adults have been acting for a long time. And at this time, we need our students to step up and our young leaders to step up and really, put the message out there and fight the good fight, because without them, the movement's going to die. And so I find it really, really empowering and inspirational to see all of these students that were up here fighting today and really having their voices be heard. And basically, like, we have our demands. They're very simple. I mean, we just want better background checks. We support everyone's Second Amendment right. We do. But we want to make sure that there's responsibility with that. And everybody that owns a weapon, they're not owning assault rifles at the age of 16 or 17. You know, that shouldn't be. We need to make sure that we have better background checks. We need to make sure that there's a better way to vet people. And these are the kind of things that we need to make sure that we have.
Because you said two things. You said school safety, and then you also said gun reform. So which one's more important to you?
That's kind of a loaded question. What do you mean by that?
Because I'm trying to find out who's here about gun reform in general, and who's here more about school security.
I'd say I'm here more for gun control, but that doesn't take away anything from school security.
Right.
I think most people here are for the gun control bill. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's why I'm out here. That's why I want to find out.
I feel like they go hand in hand for this march, especially because it's student organized, everything like that.
Right.
So I feel like for the most part, pretty hand in hand.
Yeah. I'm just saying that, like, implications of gun control go far beyond schools.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
theaters, freaking malls, concerts, all that.
Right.
Yeah.
So what would your ideal outcome be of marching?
Marching, I think we could get rid of a lot of NRA-backed congressmen and stuff like that.
Okay. What's wrong with them?
What's wrong with them?
Yeah.
mean, I don't know their character personally, but I think it's hard I think a large part too for people in our politics, when people are giving you money, you kind of have to go with their agenda. You know what I mean? It's like not people fighting for what they truly believe in.
The march itself is in response to school violence. However, gun violence as a whole is a massive issue that's plaguing this nation, and we need to do something about it.
The issues go hand in hand. You know, you can't talk about one without talking about the other. And if you're going to talk about school safety, you want to make sure that the students can't take guns into schools, that people with mental health issues are being treated correctly, or being correctly identified in order to receive treatment and adequate treatment. You know, more multicultural trainings for police. Like I said, to demilitarize the police. It's very important that we have safety in our you heard in Parkland, there was a cop on the campus that didn't do anything. So what is the purpose of having that person there? You know what I mean? The students died, and even if it was one cop that but at least could have saved some people. The point is that how could you have police officers on school campuses, on college campuses, on high school campuses, and have them not know what to do in an event of this situation? These students lost their lives, and we owe them something. We owe it to them to fight for them and for their lives, and to never let them their memory be lost.
Cool. So what's your opinion?
My opinion is that we should have better gun control, better laws, because this shouldn't keep happening. Like, this shouldn't be a thing. Kids shouldn't be dying.
Okay.
I personally think.
Cool. Now, do you think it's more of a gun control issue or a school safety issue?
I think it could be both, definitely. I think it is a gun control issue, but it could also be a safety issue. For schools, we need better SROs or better equipment to protect our kids.
Okay, great. Cool. Okay, so last thing I'll ask is, what do you think about the Second Amendment in general?
It's an amendment. It's in the works. It's meant to be altered. You know what I mean? It's not concrete. I know it's a little outdated. I don't know.
When the Second Amendment was written, they had muskets, and it took them 5 minutes to load and shoot. So it's completely different now. Times have changed, so it definitely needs to be reformed.
It's part of our Constitution. It was put there for a reason. So we do have a right to bear arms. But I don't think, just like the Supreme Court or a lot of district courts and Supreme Courts decided, that doesn't come without restrictions. So,
cool. All right, thanks for your time.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too. So how would you alter it?
How would I alter it? That's a good question. I don't really know. I think you have to take it, I don't know. The only thing consistent in our community is change, right? The only thing consistent in America is change. So I feel like for the most part, just take it as it comes. I don't know. The right to bear arms can only go so far. You know what I mean?
Okay. What kind of legislation change would you like to see?
Definitely stricter gun laws. I don't understand. I mean, I know California has already just different laws than in other states, but definitely I mean, people are talking about the Second Amendment. I'm not saying get rid of all gun laws in general, but just more protection, because that was written in the 1800s, when slavery was legal too. The Constitution is something that should adapt to our society. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Mustache is getting a lot of love. A lot of love.
Yeah.
What changes do you want to see?
Without a doubt, we need to have stronger background checks. Simply put, both at a systematic level wherein people are legally obtaining guns or going through some gun show loopholes. There are clear, cut, concise, easy, manageable, mature things we can do as a collective to vote and appeal for right now.
A world where everyone has enough to eat, where everyone has a shelter, where everyone has a dignified job. That's socialism. You know what capitalism is? Look around you. Homeless people everywhere. Militarized police. Wars without end.
Have truancy laws come up at all in the discussions around this?
Truancy laws?
Yeah. The fact that it's legal for kids not to be in school?
I saw that Facebook
I don't know what
post
you're talking
saying
about.
I just blocked
Because kids are not allowed to skip school, right?
Right. Okay.
Has that been a part of the
this specific?
Any of this conversation? Yeah.
Not that I know of. Okay. But I mean, it's
because right now kids don't have a choice. They either have to be homeschooled or they have to go to a school. And
right. And we also know that many more kids are being homeschooled because their parents are feeling unsafe in sending them to school. And so that's kind of a conversation we have to have as well. I mean, do you really feel that your students are going to be safer being homeschooled or going to school? Are they losing something by being homeschooled, or are they gaining something? These are all conversations that we really have to have.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank
I
you so
appreciate
much.
it. Yeah.
Do you think it's weird that next year you'll be able to buy an assault rifle but not a beer?
Yes, that's incredibly.
Jim Jeffries producing a show. Not sure exactly what he wants to say. Oh, Comedy Central show.
Well, I guess the flip side is.
Hey Jim, do you have time for a quick talk?
For what?
YouTube channel. My YouTube channel.
Well, what's the YouTube channel?
It's my own podcast. I'm an independent
for or
journalist.
against or? We don't really, but
if you don't mind, I'm sorry, we've got to get a couple of shots. We're wrapping up our day, but I appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
so
yeah.
I can take a
If
photo if you
talk,
want, but like, I don't want to talk on it.
Oh yeah, no, I just am interested in talking to you. I'm not interested in
Just
photo.
do a photo. Yeah, no, then don't worry about it.
Okay.
I don't know. A lot of really educated people here, more so than myself. You know what I mean? So I think the main thing that brought me out here today was compassion.
Compassion.
Yeah, for the most part. As hippie as that sounds.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for your time. So, very productive day out here. The mustache barely hung on. Talked to a lot of people. Got some good footage. Be sure to tune into umduhpodcast. So, a lot of people, a lot of opinions. A lot of people showing up to say something. All had something different to say, and it's fun. I think the mustache is more popular than me, though. That's gonna be a problem. Anyways, signing off. Tune in next time. Fake Mustache, Real Talk, presented by umduhpodcast. We'll be back.